Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. So it is that time of the year for the Sephora sale, and it is starting next week on the 17th. So I'm gonna have all of the dates, all the information that you guys will need to know for the sale down below in the description. But if you are VIB Rouge, it is going to start on the 17th. So you'll get 20% off if you're VIB Rouge. If you are a VIB, you'll get 15% off. And if you are an insider, you'll get 10% off. But again, I'll have all the information down below if I said that wrong. But I'm pretty sure 20, 15, and 10% is what the percentages are going to be. But yeah, so it's that time of the year, and I feel like every time the Sephora sale comes around, it is very important. Well, first of all, if you're going to be shopping the sale, I know with everything that's going on right now is the best time to shop for the products that you use the most. So for me, that's going to be skincare. So I use skincare twice a day, every day. So morning and night, I'm using skincare, and also body care too, because I do want to kind of stock up on a few things that I ran out of and just a few things that I want to kind of try out. But with the Sephora sales, I feel like the best thing to do is stock up on products that you know you use the most. Or even if you do want to try out new products, this is the best time to do it because it's going to be on sale. So today I'm going to be sharing all of my ride or die go-to products that I feel like are definitely worth it. So that's going to be a lot of skincare. I have some body care. I have a few makeup products, but not too much. Because you guys know I have done these Sephora recommendations video pretty much every year for the past 2, 3, maybe 4 years now. So you can always reference back to those if you want to get more of my recommendations, because I feel like I can be kind of repetitive in these videos because I have a lot of my favorite ride or die products that I use constantly over and over again. So I'm trying not to be too repetitive in today's video and just showing you guys the products that I haven't shared in my recommendations videos, or just products that I use the most that I myself will be repurchasing. So yeah, but again, I'll have the information down below if you guys are wanting to know the exact dates for the sale. And let's jump in. I'm gonna start out with skincare. I want to talk about these Milk Makeup eye patches really quick. I rarely talk about like eye creams, eye patches, anything dealing with the eye, like skincare products on my channel. I don't know why, I just don't. Well, the main reason is because I don't really use eye creams, and I still get questions on what eye cream I use, and girl, honestly and truly, I don't use any eye creams. But I've been using these right before I go into any skincare on my face in the morning time. So after I wash my face, I'll apply these under my eyes and let them sit for about 10-15 minutes or so. So these have been really great. I do recommend these if you are on the hunt for a good under eye depuffing patch. These are great. When it comes to moisturizers, I feel like I use the same ones over and over, and I feel like I'm recommending the same ones over and over. So I don't have one of them in front of me, but I do have another one. I don't think I've mentioned this one in a Sephora recommendations video, but I have mentioned the other one, and this is by Origins, by the way. The other one that I'm talking about is the energy boosting gel moisturizer, which I am all the way out. I've used so many of those moisturizers, but this one has become a new favorite of mine from Origins. This one is the Clear Improvement Pore Clearing Moisturizer. I do want to say this does have a strong scent, so it kind of smells like that medicine mint scent, and it does kind of linger on your skin, but it doesn't linger on the skin too long. So if you're not into anything that smells minty or like that medicine Vicks type scent, you may not like this. But the reason why I like this moisturizer is not only because I like the scent, but it's because it kind of acts like a mask even though it's not a mask. And I've never seen or heard of a moisturizer, like a legit moisturizer that helps clears out your pores. So if you want something that's gonna not only moisturize your skin, keep it hydrated all day long, this is another product that's also going to help clear your pores out. So with using this, I've noticed my skin looking more brighter, more youthful, and that's the main thing that I look for in any skincare product when it comes down to moisturizer. I want something that's gonna hydrate my skin, make it look bright, youthful, and just healthy, and this is definitely one of those that does that. So it helps my skin and it also smells really good. So I highly recommend this if you guys are wanting a moisturizer that's going to help clear out your pores, and that's also going to help with your skin looking more healthy and bright and more youthful. So that's a good one. Another product that I want to recommend is one that is actually a face mask. It's called the Summer Fridays Jetlag Mask. So if you are on the hunt for a good overnight mask, now you can use this. You don't have to use this overnight. This is just how I like to use it. But if you are looking for a good overnight mask that's going to lock in the moisture and that's also going to make your skin look very healthy the next day and just glowy and just it just looks so freaking good the next day. But if you're looking for one of those types of masks, this is a good one. So you can use it overnight, or you can use it like it says. I think you can keep it on your skin for about 10-15 minutes and then rinse it off or wipe it off with a warm washcloth. But this is a good one, and as y'all can see, I have been using the mess out of this mask. So that's a good one to try out. So I think I already shared this next product in a Sephora recommendations video already, but I don't even care because that just tells you how much I love the product, and that is the Too Faced Good in Bed Hangover Serum. If you are wanting to try anything from Too Faced, anything like skincare wise, this right here. It's very hydrating. It wears so good under your makeup, and it also wears really good without makeup. So you can wear it at nighttime, morning time, under your makeup. It does not leave your skin oily or greasy. It's just a nice, lightweight, hydrating serum that I like to wear either way, makeup, no makeup. So if you want to try anything from Too Faced, that is like any skincare product from Too Faced, try this out. Also, the Too Faced Hangover Primer. Y'all already know my thoughts on that primer because I have talked about it non-stop in the past. But yeah, the serum and then the Too Faced Hangover Primer. If you want anything that's not makeup related from Too Faced, try those two out. But this one is definitely a good one. Let's talk about body care. So do y'all remember when I purchased this? This is the Laura Mercier Body and Bath Almond Coconut Cream. Y'all, well, it's called the Almond Coconut Milk Soufflé, but this and the body scrub, perfection. But after me trying out the other one by I'm gonna leave the name on the screen, but after me trying out that one, I actually like that one over the Laura Mercier body scrub. Now I do like the cream. This one is hands down one of the best luxurious body creams. But between the body scrub by Laura Mercier and the body scrub by I think it's called L'Occitane, between those two, I much rather prefer to get the other one. Now I have already ran out of both of those, like clear ran out, so I am going to be repurchasing that one for during the sale. But I do want to recommend this body cream and those body scrubs, and I'm going to have everything that I'm mentioning down below in the description, so that way you guys can reference to the list down there. It's like a sweet almond coconut scent, so if you're into those warm sweet coconut type of scents, you will like this. So if you have dry skin, not only dry skin, if you have oily skin, I have oily combination, oily T-zone, but specifically dry skin, and you're looking for a good hydrating face mist, the Fenty Beauty What It Do mist. This, so good. It's so good. I use this before my makeup. I use it after my makeup. I use it on days when I'm not wearing makeup. It's hydrating, it's refreshing, and it just feels so good on the skin once you spray it. It has the best sprayer out of any spray that I have in my collection. This is hands down the best sprayer. It's so light. It's almost like you don't feel it, but you feel it. So it's really light on the skin once you spray it. It's very, I would spray it right now, but my fan is on, so it's gonna go everywhere and probably hit the lens. But it's very, very fine, and it smells good. It smells it's good. It is so freaking good. So like I said, I do have oily combination skin. This is good on me with my with makeup, without makeup. I haven't had any trouble with it. Even if my face looks too powdery, I like to go in with this afterwards, and that's just going to give me that more skin-like look when I have on like a full face of makeup. So this is good. Another one that I think is really good is this one by Fresh. This is the Vitamin Nectar Antioxidant Glow Water. So this one is going to give you more of a dewy look versus the Fenty. This one is more of a refreshing spray, but it's still hydrating. But this one is going to give you more of that dew, like that glow within look, dewy. So yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. Now when it comes down to a legit makeup setting spray, this one by Smashbox is, get it. It does not dry out your skin. It doesn't really mattify the skin, but I feel like it's a good setting spray that's just gonna really lock in your makeup and just help with the longevity of it and also keep it in place all day long. Let's talk about some primers. I pulled out a couple that I felt like would fit for a lot of skin types, whether you have dry skin, oily skin, combination skin, whichever one. Skin, I feel like, are great for any skin type. So the first one is the Milk Hydro Grip. If you have not gotten your hands on this primer, girl, get it during the sale. And even though I do have a very, and when I say very, I mean a very oily T-zone, this still works for me. So try this out if you have not tried it out already. It does have that thick gel, like it feels like a thick gel, but once you apply it, it does not feel heavy. So it is a lightweight primer, even though it does feel kind of thick and jelly, but it's not heavy and it just wears so beautifully under the makeup. So try this out if you haven't tried it yet. Another good one is the Ren Perfect Canvas. I think I have shared this with you guys numerous times in the past. Now the differences I would say between these two is this one is more of a watery, liquidy, like it's very liquidy, very watery once you apply it. It does come in this, see, it's very liquidy, y'all can see that. But it does come with a dropper and it does get sticky on the, like tacky on the skin like the Milk Hydro Grip, but it doesn't feel as tacky as the Milk Hydro Grip. So yeah, this one's pretty good, and it is one of those clean products on Sephora. So if you're wanting something more lightweight, even though this one is not heavy on the skin, but if you're wanting something more light, more liquidy, and I don't know, if you just want to try anything from this brand, this is a good product to try out. Both of these are really good and I highly recommend these two. One more primer that I recommend is the Fenty Beauty Primers. They have a hydrating one, a matte one, which is this one right here, and also the very first one, which was the Soft Canvas. I don't know, it was the very first primer that they came out with, but out of all three, the one that I choose out of all three is the matte one. And I say that because out of all three, this one was the only one that I noticed after wearing a full face of makeup all day that controlled the oils on my T-zone. This was the only one. Even the first one, I think the first one is kind of like a matte primer, but this one was the only one out of all of them that controls my oils. So if you have oily skin, I think this one is a great one to try out. And also, even if you have dry skin, this is not gonna really dry out your skin. Like, it doesn't feel too dried out. It doesn't make your skin feel tight. It's just kind of like applying a moisturizer that helps with the oils on your skin, if that makes sense. But this one I prefer over all the other ones. I don't know if you guys can see here, but I am pretty much halfway through this bottle. I kind of shook it up. This is actually what I have on my skin right now. So yeah, this one's pretty good. Now I don't have any foundations to share that I recommend because they're going to be the same ones that I've talked about, which was the NARS Natural Radiant, the Too Faced Born to, what is it? Not Born to Glow, but Born This Way. Those are just my two tops. NARS, Too Faced, and oh, the Milk foundation stick, that's a good one, but I've already shared those in my recent Sephora recommendations video, so I don't really have any new foundations to share because I stick to what I like, and those are the ones that I like. So and I think I have a few more, but those are just my main top foundations that I personally like, and if you guys have never tried any of those out, I think it's a good time to, you know, try them out now because they are going to be on sale. So concealers, let's talk about concealers. One of them is not going to come as a surprise to some of you guys because y'all know I have talked about this nonstop recently, which is the new Hourglass Concealer. And after this came out, I think shortly after, the Pat McGrath concealer came out. So these two are the ones that I highly recommend to you guys. I just think the Hourglass is just not as thick as the Pat McGrath. They don't crease under my eyes. I don't know, they just seem pretty similar to me. But if you prefer Pat McGrath over Hourglass, then obviously I'd say get Pat McGrath. But if you want to try them both for yourself, you know, try them both. And then I have 3 setting powders. One is the Urban Decay All Nighter. Y'all, this is what you need to try. If you are looking for a good pressed setting powder, first of all, this is translucent. They don't have any other shades, I don't think. Yeah, I think this is the only shade. But I tried this out this year. It does go on translucent. It does not leave my skin looking ashy. It smooths out my skin. It makes me look so airbrushed, and it just keeps everything in place throughout the day. I only use this to set my under eye concealer. I don't use it anywhere else, but I do feel like I can actually use this all over my face since it is a translucent powder, but I prefer to use this to set my concealer. So this is a good one. It's totally worth it. So if you are on the hunt for a good pressed translucent powder, try this one out. Again, it's the All Nighter Waterproof Setting Powder. Another one is the new Pat McGrath Pressed Powder. I have the shade Deep, and this is a powder that I use just like any other powder under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose. I love how it looks. It looks so pretty and soft, and just I love a soft airbrushed look, so I like this. So if any of you are looking for a good all over pressed powder, this one by Makeup Forever, you need it in your life. It's called the Velvet Matte Skin Powder, and I use the shade 505 Y505. This is a good one to try out if you're on the hunt for like a good pressed all over foundation powder. Surprisingly, I don't have any eyeshadow palettes to recommend because I feel like I am very repetitive on that too. I know all of my other Sephora recommendations videos, the one palette that I always tell you guys about is the Sephora Pro Palette, which is still a great palette. So if you are on the hunt for a good palette that has pretty much all the shades that you need, especially if you're into warm tones, neutrals, the Sephora Pro palette is the warm palette. That one's a good one. And there's, I don't know, there's just so many eyeshadow palettes. It all boils down to what you prefer. If you prefer neutrals, if you prefer colorful shadows, if you prefer, I don't know, shimmers, it all boils down to what you like. So, but when it comes down to my preference, I like neutrals, warm tones. Y'all already know. I do know that the new Too Faced Natural Nudes, that is a good one, y'all. That's actually what I have on today, the Too Faced Natural Nudes. So I'll leave that one in my description as well as everything else that I'm talking about. I just don't have it in front of me, but I have really been enjoying that one. But yeah, it's just so many palettes to choose from. So, you know, whatever you like. If you want something colorful, they have so many palettes on Sephora to choose from. Now I will say I do want to mention the Sephora face palette, even though I've already mentioned this one in my Sephora favorites. I think I have. I know I have, but I want to mention it again because I feel like this is so slept on. So slept on. They have 3 in total. This one is the deep one. Let me see. Yeah, it's the deep one. So this right here is slept on, y'all. I feel like it is so slept on. You have your blush, you have your highlighter, you have your bronzer in one palette. It does come with a mirror, as y'all can see here, but this is such a beautiful beautiful face palette for deeper complexion. So if y'all are wanting a new blush, a new highlighter, even a new bronzer, I think getting a face palette is so much more worth it than getting separate, like a separate highlighter, a separate blush, a separate bronzer. You have everything in this palette that you need. It's just perfection, y'all. It is such a beautiful, beautiful palette. So I highly recommend this. Again, they do have 3 in total. So if you do have a lighter complexion and you're wanting something that's obviously lighter than this, they do have one for you. But yeah, it's the Sephora Pro Face Palette. So try it out. I feel like I never recommend any brushes in my Sephora recommendations video, so I have 2 brushes to recommend, and both of these are actually pretty similar to each other. This one is the Sephora Pro 50. I looked on the website and I noticed that they have the same brush, but the package, like the actual look, like it's different. It's not different, but it looks different. So I think it's all black now. They don't have the silver and black one anymore, but it's the same exact brush. This is the perfect bronzer brush. The other one is the Sephora VIB 0.51. So this one is similar in a way to the 50. It's just a little bit smaller. Let me show y'all closer up. So you can see the similarities. Very, very similar. It's just a tiny bit smaller, and obviously the handle is smaller, but these are good. So if you're looking for a good bronzer brush, these right here. And I think the reason why I got this smaller one is because at one point this sold out, and a lot of you were asking me what brush is similar to this one on Sephora, and this was the only one that I could find on Sephora that was pretty much the same. It's just a tiny bit smaller, but they're pretty much the same brush. So if this one sells out again, try getting this one to try out. So definitely good brushes. All right, y'all, the very last product that I want to share is a lip product. It's actually what I have on my lips right now. I'm gonna apply a little bit more. It just looks so freaking pretty. I do have a little bit of MAC, which one is this? MAC Cork as my lip liner. So if you see this, if it's still in stock, first of all, I already got some backups for myself. But if it's still in stock, if you see it, go ahead, put it in your cart. So yes. But yes, girl, those are all of my Sephora recommendations. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I want to know what you guys have in your cart right now. So let's talk about it down below in the comments. And if there's anything that I shared that you guys are thinking about getting, I want to know that as well. So let's talk it up down there. But that is all, you guys. That is all that I have. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know by giving it a huge thumbs up. Also, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.